artist who will be performing at Passion and Poetry is sitting on the couch here on the Joyce Littel Show on FM Digital Live. And we're not going to even prolong this thing because ever since I've had the pleasure of meeting her and being introduced to her music, I have loved her. I love great music. I love great artistry, and I love people who can just belt it out and sing. You know, with or without music, they can sing. That means that they were blessed with a talent. And those are the people that I like to have on Passion and Poetry, and those are the people that I make sure I put on Passion and Poetry. So welcome to the show, the songstress, the lady of the hour, the one who's going to shut Saturday down is Miss Carmen Rodgers. Hey, Carmen.
Hello, thank you for having me.
It is good. It's good to see you and have you here, particularly an opportunity to share your music.
Thank you.
You know, for those of you who don't know who Carmen Rodgers is, shame on you. But for those of you who don't, Carmen, just let them know who you are. I mean, where it all began and why you chose to go this route and all of those great things.
You know, first I want to thank you for having me here and for being such a huge supporter of my music and my career. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you everyone in internet land and radio land. But how I got started, you know, like many, I started singing in the church as a small child, and then I just grew into music, always had a passion and love for it, and no matter what I tried to do, it couldn't escape it. So I said I've got to do it as a career. So I started singing backgrounds for Ndambi, and there's a I'm from Dallas, Texas, everybody. Live here in Atlanta now. But there's just a crop of really talented musicians in Dallas, from the Erykah Badu's, of course, and Nora Jones and Roy Hargrove, and the independent artists such as Ndambi and Gino Young, and myself coming out of Dallas. So it was a great community of artists who we were able to invest in each other and keep it going. And now I'm in Atlanta.
Why did you choose to make the transition from Dallas to Atlanta, knowing that some of the artists that you have just mentioned are some superstars now? I mean, are doing great works. So why
you know
Atlanta?
What? It was a good move. It was a timely move, as far as I've been traveling into Atlanta for years, spending a lot of time here, building some fantastic relationships with producers and other artists here, and just decided, why not? You know, enjoy Dallas, and I still go back. Most of my producers and musicians are still in Dallas. I work with musicians and artists here as well, but still working with my crew in Dallas. So I go back often. It's still, I still consider it home as well, but wanted to make the change and really kind of take root elsewhere and see what would happen.
So what has happened since the move?
You know what? Great relationships, wonderful creativity. I would say that you know, what's the term? What is it? Iron sharpens iron, steel sharpens, and steel sharpens steel. And it's a lot of talent here, and it's a lot of competition, and it makes you step up your game. And so I really wanted to. I think Dallas was comfortable, too comfortable, and so
so you had won that. So it was like, let me go challenge myself to something else.
Absolutely. And I think that I've grown because of it, and I hope with the new music that's coming out this summer that people will hear it.
So we got new music.
You have new music.
What makes this album what?
This will be 3.
Album 3.
This will be 3. The first one was free. Then I came out with an EP, The Bittersweet, which was kind of a reintroduction of me and really a kind of a moody, you know, it was a concept
it was a little
piece.
cleansing. It was a little cleansing.
Absolutely.
Because you would have those conversations in between with women.
With women. Those were real unscripted conversations and so much fun. And I won't tell you what stuff didn't make the album. I won't disclose any names, but it was a lot of fun, and it was cleansing, and so many people could relate to it. Anyone that's been hurt, relationship hurt, transition, you know, trying to figure out what their next move is, and love and all of that, we're able to relate to it.
So does relationships, because I hear this from a lot of artists, does relationship makes for the best lyric?
You know what?
What makes for the best lyric?
Honestly, it depends on who you are. And for me, it can tend to be relationship oriented.
Hurt or love?
Both. And it's that you know what? It's funny because it's that in between where it's like, what do I write about? But when I'm just like over the moon, it's so easy to write. And when I'm just down in the dumps,
really
it's so easy to write.
Over the moon, they want to hear.
They want to hear who he hurt me so bad, and I don't always want to be there. And and it's not even always my experience that I'm writing and singing about. So everybody, it doesn't mean that I've just been hurt so badly. Really, so many experiences have happened to people I know and myself and people just in reading. I inhale books, and so I really just pull from all of those and create a story from it. So yeah, a lot of times relationships it can be an easier write. Those are the things that sometimes flow because that's what we do as human beings. We're continuously relating. It's not even always about love as far as romantic love. It's just relating in general, and people want some sort of companionship, and people don't want to be alone. They don't
want to be alone.
Yeah.
Now I have right here in my iTunes.
Yes.
I have The Bittersweet.
Yes.
And I have Free.
Yes.
So at your angriest or at your pissed offiest, which one of the songs express that the most?
Oh my goodness. It may have been, I don't know. Oh boy, see, you just put me on the spot. I would say as far as probably the deepest hurt would be It's Me.
It's Me.
It would be It's Me because I think it is that song.
Hurt, right? Yeah. We need to go on and hit that one so we can
just hit it and then we can talk about it later.
And then we'll talk about it.
Totally.
Because I'm counting, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23, 24 songs.
Yeah. It's a lot of music.
Me was like...
That's the one. And I promise you, everyone who hears that song, the personal messages I've gotten about that song are amazing. Just from people saying, I feel as though you peeked through my window into my life.
Dead into my life
and wrote this song for me. And that song, and I tell the story all the time, that was probably one of the easiest songs to write. I was in the shower.
Get out.
Got out of the shower, dripping wet, and wrote that song in minutes. It was the easiest song to write.
So then
for me.
when you lay down the lyric like that, and when Herb will let us know when he's ready to play it.
I'm ready.
Oh, play it. Because I got questions.
Good questions? Okay. Go through it.
Play it. I can wait. Because this is my question. I want you to think about it. When and it has to do with music and producing. When you know you've laid down the lyric, you dripping wet, butt ass naked out the shower.
And that's exactly what it was.
And just stroking.
Writing with a pencil, paper wet. Yes. Yes.
And so then where does the music come? Where does the instrumentation then come? So
that's a good question.
So play the video, and then she's going to answer the question. That's the bomb jam there. And just the thing, she was butt naked.
That's why there was a shower scene. It was an homage to that moment when the song was written.
So like I said before we went into the video, because the music has to fit as well.
Yes.
And it fits. Okay. So when you've laid them down, you didn't dry it off, hopefully. The lyrics are there, and then you talk about the producers and the band members that you worked with, both Dallas and Atlanta. Then what do? Do you ship the lyric to them and say, put some with this? Or do you create that are you a musician?
I am. And let me lightly, and I don't even want to say that I'm an accomplished musician. Really, I consider myself a musician strong enough to write. So my weak guitar and piano playing really helps me in creating melody and creating the songs.
And then you pass it on, and
then I pass it on to the
work
real folks. Yes. And one day I think about it in my career and later in my career being comfortable enough to go on stage with the guitar, comfortable enough to sit at a position at piano, and I'm hoping one day that happens. But right now, I don't want to. I don't want to drive people away. I want people to stick around and want to hear me sing. But in this case, with It's Me, the music was already created. Ernie G, who is my muse and my friend, and we've worked together for so long, I consider him my sweet back, like sweet back to Sade. That's Ernie G to Carmen. And he gave me the song. He actually came and said, "Get in the car, I'm playing the song for you," and played the music. And I said, "This is amazing. I can't wait to do something with it." And then I just sat on it. Didn't know what to do with it. And one day, this is what happened. And that's how it happens sometimes. Producers and musicians will send me either a full developed track or the bones of just some music and say, do something with it. Or I will create a melody and I will sit with the musician and say, okay, let's create this together. Or in some cases, I just go on and write the song and the music, and then I'll have somebody else produce it for me. So it really depends. It comes in so many different ways, and fortunately, we're more technologically savvy than we were before. So producers from all over the world can sing you a track and say, listen to this and see what you can create.
So how do as an independent artist, how do you connect with these producers all over the world to so they can, you know, be a part of the Carmen Rodgers? How do you connect with them?
It's through lots of social media. It's funny, I just got a Facebook message right now from an artist or from a producer that heard my stuff, and he's like, would you like to work with me? I'm working doing something with a producer out of South Africa that, you know, heard me through the grapevine, and there's a little bit of a following for me in South Africa, so which is fantastic. But a producer there reached out to me through LinkedIn and was like, would you like to do something? And I'm like, why not? So if it's good music, I want to be a part of it. And so right now, that's really the goal for even this year, is really just trying to connect with as many musicians and good producers as possible.
Your genre is, what would you consider it? Jazz, soul, R&B, what?
You know, I would say I still stick to soul. I would say, but there's of course the R&B influences, and I think soul really captures it, encapsulates it best. I'm sure you will hear R&B. You might hear an R&B song. You might hear a song that's hip-hop driven, especially on the upcoming record, but I think still the core of it is soul.
Why are you choosing to do more of that hip-hop driven music? Because all the songs, when I'm ready to just really just chill and hear some good music, then you are among a list of others, Eric and Avery and all, you all in that category. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You're in it. So to sort of kind of push the button towards a more hip hop driven, is that because of something that you just want to try, or you feel like you gotta do it just to stay relevant in the music?
You know what? It's funny. Some might think it's for relevance. Honestly, I just like music. So if the track or the music moves me, I want to work with it. And so there's a couple of songs. And when I say hip hop driven, I'm not saying it's going to sound like 2 Chainz. Really, what I'm saying is that it might be some break beats in there. It may be some scratches in there. You know, Ernie G, who produced all of this wonderful music that you like to relax to, he's actually a DJ by trade. He is a DJ of hip hop and some dirty South
like
hip hop
like
as well.
You know
Exactly. And so and I feel that, you know, we can express ourselves musically in so many ways, and fortunately I still won't leave what brung me, and that's what and the core, and that the musicality and the moodiness and some of those more sensual, that is what I love. But there's other music that I love as well, and if it moves me, I want to work with it.
Other music, because when I do my social media and social networking, I go into YouTube and I find different clips and things like that. And I've seen some cover tunes that you have done. Some of your cover tune artists, who are they that influence the Carmen Rodgers of today?
You know, I love covering Lauryn Hill. We're all looking forward and hoping that she's going to come out with some new music, but her first record is still classic, and the stuff that she did for some of the soundtracks still classic, and again, heavily hip-hop influence. She grew up with hip-hop, and we knew her as an MC before we knew her as a singer, but love covering her songs. I love covering Sade. She's just makes some of the most incredible classic music ever, and I think that just anyone that has lyrically sound music with melody. I will cover a folk song. I love folk music. Anything that will just, again, if it moves me both lyrically and as well as melodically, I'll cover it.
Yeah, because I checked out some of your cover tunes, and I'm like, is that? I mean, because it sounds. I think when I'm not an artist, far from it. I sing in the church choir with 40 other altos, so you can't pick me. But especially when I go way off tune. But anyway, you get in the group, then it's the group. But when I hear those songs, and I've heard and I've looked at your YouTube and I've seen you perform live, and you've covered some of these tunes, it's like, dang, how did you know that this was your voice too? You know, I mean, because you can't cover all artists, but you know the ones that you can.
Absolutely, and I think it's you just try stuff out. You know, I think
at home first,
at
right?
home, in the shower. You know how so much happens in the shower besides showering,
right?
And part of that is trying. No adult themes here. No adult themes. We're keeping it clean.
We are talking about passion
Zoom.
poetry.
Yes, but really, that's where you get to try stuff out and you hear stuff. And usually the songs you cover are songs you like. You know, you like the song, you like to listen to it. You might hum it first in the car, and it's like, oh, I like that. I might cover that. And then you try it to see if it works for you. You know, I cover Footsteps in the Dark, Isley Brothers, and that song's been covered a lot, but it's still one of those songs that's just good. And so sometimes you cover it just because you like it, and then you like to sing it, and then fortunately, you can do songs in all kinds of keys, and have musicians to make it yours, and so that's
let's try this.
Let's try it.
Stargazer. That's the new album.
That's the new album, and it's funny. For those fans that have been waiting for Intermission, Intermission was going to be the next record, and as I've grown and changed and gotten new music and connected with new musicians, I was like, you know what? That's just not where I am. And some of that music will be on the Stargazer record, and know that there will be...
Now when you talk about Intermission, and for those of our texters who are logged on and digging it, she says, Miss Manor says, like her hairstyle, rocking those earrings.
Thank you.
I every time I see Carmen, she's different.
I know, I have to reintroduce myself all the time. It's fun though. It's like accessorizing. Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't the last time I saw you. But anyway, so what's the and you talked about Intermission for those of us who aren't familiar.
Yes.
Then why you say there's a difference?
Well, my first record was free. The second one was The Bittersweet, and The Bittersweet was supposed to be part one of a 2-part series, Bittersweet into Intermission. And Intermission was going to be a record that said, hey, I was gone for a while, took a little break. It was more of an intermission though. It was,
of your work,
of my work, of my career, of life, of music. It's like, you go to the theater. It's not the end of the show, it's intermission. You go out and get you some popcorn and something to drink. Go to the potty, and then you come back and there's more show left. And so I thought, intermission, and then as I've been just working with this new music, I said, it doesn't say intermission. It doesn't say that. And, sitting with a friend of mine, I was like, what does this music say? And, it was like, I've always been a dreamer and a daydreamer and love, try to be positive, and I feel like I'm a naturally positive person, but just looking at all the things that I've seen and all the things that I've been blessed with, and God is so amazing, and just, I was like, you know what? This record just says Stargazer. It just spoke to it. Just spoke to where I am musically, what I want to convey musically, what I want to share. What
is the good, the bad, and the ugly about being an independent artist?
Ooh wee.
And you gotta give it to me straight now.
The good. The good is being able to really be the captain of your own ship, and saying, I like this. Creatively, this is what I want to do. It may go against the grain, it may go against what the market says, but hey, if that's what I want to do, that's what I want to do, and so I can do it. And I don't have, label heads listening to my music and saying that's not going to sell and we're going to shelf that. I get to dictate when I want to put out new music, whether it's for free or for purchase. And just, it's that creative control. And you'll hear that a lot with independent artists saying, I get to keep creative control. And I think that's the good. I think the bad is not having necessarily that machine behind you to get some instant success, being able to get into so many homes at once. Back to the good, I'm always new to someone. And it's amazing, the amazing feeling of getting a tweet or a Facebook message saying, I just discovered you. Or someone liking your YouTube page saying, where have you been? Well, I've been here since 2004 doing this. But when people discover you and say, wow, why didn't I know you before? That's so good, and it feels so good.
Do you think that's a cultural thing with us? Because the young folks got it. I mean, my son doesn't listen to radio, but he knows everybody, 2 Chainz included. He knows everybody. And so, they get their music, but for us, for the adult in us who still see it easier to click on the radio more so than, hitting the keys and finding that there are so many phenomenal artists and music out there. Does that become challenging?
It does. And you try your best to broaden your audience, and you try to broaden the scope of the audience you already have. And part of what's good is that word of mouth thing, because that's how we are continuing to grow and have careers, is being able to say, someone saying, I discovered you and I feel like you're mine, but I want to share you. Somebody else needs to know who you are. And there's this entire subculture of people that this is what they enjoy. They enjoy now discovering artists that aren't on the radio. And they love sharing that. And now you have individuals that this is what they do. They don't want to hear, they barely want to hear you if you got radio love. Oh, you going mainstream, you on the radio now. No, they want to feel as though you are mine.
She done sold out.
You sold out, yeah. So I think that, but trying to broaden the horizon of your audience. And even using someone like an Eric Roberson, we speak about him because he really is indie royalty.
Right.
Being able to create such a wonderful fan base and continue to grow that. And now, growing in radio and growing in his mainstream.
You don't hear him on no terrestrial radio station. And he sells
Basin
out.
gives him love. Basin gives him love. So fortunately, he's able to kind of continue to grow from there. But really, most of his growth has been organic. It's been organic from his fans saying, you need to know Eric Roberson. To my friend, you need to know Eric. Come to this Eric Roberson show with me, and then it's
to an artist such as yourself, that's a turn on and not a turn off.
It is. It's a turn on because we have to take pleasures in what we can. Because I don't think any of us, fortunately a lot of us are getting to make careers and we're continuing to grow careers, but none of us, I shouldn't say none of us, but for the most part, we're not just balling, you know. So what we can do is say, what in this makes us happy because of the ugly. And now the ugly is this industry can really sometimes, if you're not firm, if you're not grounded, it can devour you. And it can really suck the life out of you if you're only doing this for stardom. And if you don't achieve that stardom, what are you left with? If you're only doing it for stardom, what do you really have? So I think that the ugly side of the industry, what is the buffer is fans that love your music and that share your music and that will send you messages. You know, Just Believe, which is on the first record.
That's one of my favorites.
Thank you. I still get emails and messages from fans that say, this is like my daily meditation music. This is what I listen to every single day. And to hear that this many years later after Free came out, it's just great. And so you take those as the pleasures of, this is why I do this. And I can
relate. Dion Ferris came to the couch, and,
hey, Dion.
And she and I were talking, and she had her mixtape, and she had this song "I'm Blessed" on there, and I went back and listened to that song. That song's open up my show every day. Yeah. I mean, it was just enough, lyric to talk about your blessings and how blessed you are without you thinking that, it's a Christian song. But I get that. I get when you find a favorite song that moves your spirit, moves your heart. Yeah. So and much blessings to you. So in stargazing, I see a song here, Make a Way.
Yes, Make a Way. I'm so excited that you guys get to hear this. Make a Way is the first single for everyone watching and listening. This is the exclusive. You will be the absolute first to hear this song. It was produced by the incomparable, amazing S1 and Caleb, who people know honestly from hip hop. He produced Power for Kanye and was the co-producer on Best Thing I Never Had for Beyonce. Has done work with Lupe and done work with Talib Kweli and Music Soul Child, and he's done all of this amazing work. He's a homie from Dallas, and and we've known each other for years and finally had an opportunity to work together. And so Make a Way is the first single from my upcoming record Stargazer, which comes out summer of this year. And you guys are the first to hear it.
You're hearing it first right here on the Joyce Littel Show on FM Digital Live. From the upcoming CD Stargazer, here's Carmen Rodgers in Make a Way.
Was not looking for no love affair, but where would I have found you? My life ain't been no crystal stair, never knowing which road to choose. Then you stepped right in and took control, yeah. And all broken promises were made whole. Should have known. Oh yeah. Make a way, my heart. Should have known. Hey, yeah, yeah. You would make a right way, yeah, yeah. Should have known. Should have known. Traveled so far to find me. Held a compass to my heart, to guide me in your arms. I find captivity so sweet, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I know you searched a lifetime just for me. For no love affair, but you found me. Now I see the possibilities between you and me, between you and me. Yeah, should have known.
Saturday. Oh my goodness. So what mood you were in for that song?
Song with Claudia Melton out of Dallas, Texas. What's up, Claudia? We actually wrote that song for Layla Hathaway.
It has a Layla feel.
Yes, we wrote it for her. We said, let's channel our inner Layla. And she loved it. She loved it. Actually, we wrote a couple of songs for her. They didn't make the project. But I said, well, I have these 2 songs.
Let me do them.
Let me do them. And it's funny because I didn't even demo the songs for Layla. Claudia did. But I said, you know what? I want these for my record. So both the songs, including Make a Way now, which is my single. So it was originally for Layla. But what we really channeled was just like, hey, it's that kind of when you meet that person and it seems like, where did you come from? This was so unexpected. Not anything I was looking for, but everything I needed. And so that was kind of the inspiration.
Okay, the other song is called Dark Matters.
Yeah, Dark Matter. And it's actually, and I love that song. I did that song for the Daryl Reeves Project, and he's a accomplished jazz musician and producer based here in Atlanta, originally from New Orleans. But he has a project out called Mercury. But Dark Matter is just, people love the song, and it's grown tremendously, not just in soul but jazz and hip hop community because of his connection to all of those communities as a musician. And so yeah, Dark Matter, love the song. It was fun writing it, fun doing that song with Daryl. So I wanted to share it with you guys.
So how many other artists, while he's getting the song ready, how many other artists have you wanted to write for, and how many artists have you had a chance to appear on their albums?
You know, a few now, and I have some really cool stuff coming up this summer. I've already done the recording, and so I'll be on the next Zoe record, Man Made, which comes out here in May. And then on the Foreign Exchange Project coming out later this year. So that's been a lot of fun. I just got a fist pump over there. And so so that was a lot of fun, and just looking forward to doing some more work. And I've, quietly written hooks for other people, but I'm just looking to grow and continue working, and so and contribute where I can.
Yeah. Now, when you first walked in, Clips, his name is Eclipse, but black folk, we shorten it. Ain't nothing changed. Clips had on the what? Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy.
You were like, you in it. And I'm sitting there looking at both of them like, I don't know what neither one of y'all talking about.
Yeah, Clips and I made fast friends because of Sons of Anarchy.
That's right.
We're both avid fans of that show. Just some good old TV, some good writing. It's a brilliant show, and I love TV a lot. If it's good TV,
when
good
do you
writing,
have time?
You know what? I don't watch things real time for the most part. I watch it later on Hulu or Netflix, or I'll just catch it on demand. It's hard for me to watch it real time. So if I get break time, I'll inhale a bunch of shows at once. And but Sons of Anarchy, I pretty much kept up with that during the season because it's really an amazing show.
Real time on that.
What is it about it? I mean, what is it about the show? I mean,
it's an OMC. I mean, it's an outlaw bike club.
Yeah.
Basically, and it's about the ups and downs of the club, and the son, which is Jax, of one of the founding members of the club, is trying to take the club back and take it in a different direction than his stepfather that's got it doing
crazy.
A lot of resistance. A lot of resistance from the old regime. He's trying to bring something in new, and it's just not working out. And so it's so good. And really, lots of violence, lots of sex. But it's also the story of, human nature and people trying to fight against their past. And there's the racial tension and it's the misogyny and just homophobia, you name it, they deal with all the topics. But it's really a dope show.
Okay, so we know that you like to get into TV and movies.
Yes.
What are the other things that Carmen liked to do when Carmen is not blessing stages across the country?
Well, you would think from the things that I like to do that I never work and I never sleep. I do love a lot of things. One, yes, TV, movies, film, theater. Of course, music, which is the backbone of my day-to-day life. But I'm a sports nut. I am a Dallas Cowboys season ticket holder for years, and I will go back home to make sure I can catch a couple of games. I also play sports. I still play volleyball and play tennis when I get a chance. Haven't gotten to golf since I've moved here. Like golf as well. Haven't got to play basketball, but I still love the game. I'm just a fan of sports in general, but a big football fan. Football season, when football season ends, basketball will suffice. I again still have an appreciation for the game, but during football season,
Don't even talk to you.
It's a hard unless you're a Cowboys fan.
Well, I'm not.
You and my mom.
Well, I guess we can't talk from August until February.
Don't even speak to you.
Well, January until.
My mom is a diehard Cowboys fan.
Really?
Yeah,
I love your mom.
My best friend's husband is never been to Dallas and love the Cowboys. He has the watches, the jackets, the jerseys. I'm like, you need to stop. Love my life. I know you on. Yeah, whatever. But
yes, I love me some Cowboys. Good and the bad. 5-11 season.
I love whatever
14-2, wherever they are.
Whatever team Peyton Manning is playing on. Now, when he retires,
You're a Broncos fan now?
I like Peyton Manning.
Fan.
I'm a Peyton Manning fan. I was in Indianapolis, and then when he went over to the Broncos, I went to the Broncos.
We play the Broncos next season. It's huge. It's a big deal.
So we really won't be speaking.
They are on the schedule for next season.
Everybody, I'm not an avid football fan. I'm a basketball dude, Bulls fan for life. But if everybody else should
be down
be
at the bottom. Go ahead.
The Bulls,
No.
The Lakers are at the bottom.
Well, not
the
anymore.
Patriots will win the Super Bowl next year, just so for y'all football.
The Patriots.
Fans. Yes.
Why?
Yes. Because
What makes you think that?
they were supposed to win this year. It was throw it with all the fluke stuff.
Oh,
with
wow.
your boy retiring and all of that.
Oh, so you saying
No.
they gave it
Yeah,
to
they gave it to the
Baltimore
Ravens,
because so he can leave out on top.
Yeah, because the Patriots was
Whatever, Clips. We got the song
Okay.
ready. We got the song ready. We're going to keep peace in this room.
Yeah, let's go back to let's go back to the universal language of
This
music.
day, I'm calling it today.
Okay,
And
Clips
you know
called
this is
it.
recorded. Don't make me say...
Bring it back up.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
It's documented.
Here's
okay.
another song from Carmen's upcoming CD, Stargazer. This song is called Dark Matter, and you're hearing it first right here on the Joyce Littel Show on fmdigitallive.com. power to speed up time, I would. But I don't have the power, so I'm going to be patient to get to Carmen Rodgers on this Saturday at Passion and Poetry. I was just like this when we made the call. I was like, please. And sure enough, you were available. So Carmen Rodgers will be our special musical guest for Passion and Poetry on this Saturday at Center Stage. Tickets are still available. We need the support. We need the love. And I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. The vocal range, the softness of your voice. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have
I'm
you
excited.
ever just rocked it out though?
You know what? Yes.
Some Felicia. Yeah, Felicia can be like,
yes. No, she can be a powerhouse. And I know I'm not the powerhouse singer. I try to stick in my lane, and I just like singing, and I can go big. I can't go Felicia, but yeah, I'm hoping that what I do on Saturday, people will enjoy and get to see a little bit of everything, and kind of get a taste of what's to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what she'll do. You got to come and witness what she does. When you're on stage, performing, and I often ask artists this. I know you got to remember the song and whatever, but what really goes through your mind when you're standing there and
what you're trying to do is be really present and in the moment, and in the song, and trying to communicate through the music. You try not to think about, what just happened in the parking lot. Somebody said something crazier to you earlier. If that gig fell through or didn't, you try to actually to be on stage, and that's where you can let it all go and say all the stresses, everything that's been going on, or all the joy and all the happiness. I want it to be transformed into this moment right now, right here, and shared. So that's really what you're trying to do, is just be really present in that moment with the music.
Okay, I'm gonna get a little personal. Is there a love in your life?
Oh, nobody ever asked that. I'm serious. Nobody ever asked, so I never have to answer. There's someone. Yeah, there's someone. And he's very special, and yeah, there's someone. Yeah.
Good for you, huh?
Yeah.
How does a busy woman that aspires to be the phenomenal artist that you're headed in maintain a good relationship with that someone that she chooses not to say, but with that someone? How do you balance
You're
it?
just a troublemaker, Joyce. Why are you being a troublemaker?
Because I ask these questions,
depending on the day, I could be terrible. And I say that because I'm an artist. And there are some days that all I want to do is just be with my art alone. And so what I really try to do is again, be present and just like fix my brain to say, okay, this is the moment, this is the person I'm relating to. And that's not just, again, not just romantically, but even in friendships, because I have friends and people that I want to stay in my life as well, that I don't want them to ever feel as though they're neglected or I'm not available for them. And so really it's just trying to stay connected and letting people know that I love them and that I'm there for them, and that
Is he in the industry?
See, why are you going there?
It's just to help.
You know what? I'm going to. He's a friend, and yeah, he's connected. He's connected, and so.
So does that make it easier when you date someone because the man I dated and married was far from radio and in the industry, and I think that was the better, for us and for me. I just had to teach him some of the things that went on with developing who I was trying to become. And once that happened, then everything is cool. Everything became cool. So if there is any comparison, is it easier to date someone that's in the industry or out of it?
It depends on the person. It really does. It depends on, an industry person could it could be competitive. You could have a competitive relationship, and that could be healthy or not so healthy. Or it can be someone that understands, so they know to give you your space, and they need their own space as well, because you know they're an artist or in the industry, so they might have a different awareness of it. Then you have someone that can be, who's not in the industry, and that can be, you know, it's like, oh, that's my escape. That's where I get to unwind and not have to deal with some of the, you know, hoop jumping and stuff that you deal with as far as industry. So it can almost be like that's where I find solace with that individual. So I really just think it's the person, and being able to connect to that person and trying to set expectations and build an understanding early in the process, and maybe it works and maybe it doesn't.
We all need somebody.
Yeah.
We all want love. It's just where you get it.
Yeah.
And if it's worth staying with, you know, it's just, it's all, you know, it's all effort and work.
And work.
Yeah, that's it. Effort and work.
Yeah.
Carmen Rodgers, this Saturday, Passion and Poetry. Y'all support her, support me, support it, support us. This is, you know, it's a good effort, and it's a great show. Ishi for Formula of Arrested Development, Malcolm Jamal Warner is going to be on the show, and the poets are absolutely phenomenal. They will shut the house down. So don't be missing out, and come Monday morning, you hear folks talking about it, you be saying, damn, I wish I could. You still can. Tickets are available. They are out there. They're Ticketmaster.com, and there are various locations. Nubian Bookstore is one location, which is at South Lake Mall, and Nubian Bookstore. We've got Moods Music, that's my hot spot, which is at 5 Points, Little 5 Points. Go there. And then Indie Mix locations are in South DeKalb Mall. One is in the Cap Mall right on Lawrenceville Highway, and then there's one in Lithonia, and I don't have the address. But if you log on to my Facebook page or the FM Digital Live Facebook page, you will get the outlets as well, where you can spare yourself the service charges of Ticketmaster. It's a lot of tickets out at the outlet stores, because we wanted to spare that. It's about $7.
Yeah,
it's like, dog,
that's a drink.
Hello. Goddamn.
A snack.
To have
Absolutely.
at the show. And great vendors. We've got Pure Romance coming, Sweet Tooth by Tiffany, some of the best cupcakes you ever want to taste. Jewelry vendors will be there. Purse vendors will be there. Makeup vendors will be there. It is an awesome experience. Come with your friends. Come with your lover. Come with your loved one. Come, just freaking come.
Yes.
As simple as that.
It's that simple.
It's just
It's gonna
that
be an
simple.
incredible show.
Hear this lovely artist sing her music live on stage this Saturday. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. And please, everyone, find me on Twitter, Carmen Rodgers, CarmenRodgers.
Don't do like me.
Don't forget the D.
The D.
Don't forget the D.
I'm forever forgetting the D.
Yes. So.
But definitely look her up. Look up her music.
Yeah.
I promise you, when you hear it, you're going to want it. I got everything. I can't wait to add Stargazing in my iTunes collection. Play it on my iPod when I'm writing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm on iTunes and Amazon and at Moods Music. Shout out to Daryl. Thanks for supporting independent music. And of course, I'll have CDs with me for sale the night of the show.
That's
on
right.
16th.
That's right. Come
Okay.
come get it. ATL Girl Talk with Miss Sophia is coming up in about 15, 20 so minutes, just how long it takes her to put her wig on. And of course, Miss Sophia will be co-hosting the show with me on Saturday as well. Have a great Tuesday afternoon. We'll see you tomorrow on fmdigitallive.com.